little fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. If I ever want to know the truth, I always fall back on my old faithful, the Gatestone Institute, and this article in particular says it all to me. It's entitled, Are Jihadists Taking Over Europe? And I put it to you in Canada and the US. For us in Canada, we are less than 90 days away from the first steps of this actually being implemented. However, my American friends, who are very laid back and think that their constitution protects them, well, I'm sorry to disillusion you, but you're only one election away from this. Just one. I find it amazing, on that note, that no alarm bells were sounded in the halls of power in Washington, D.C. when Barack Hussein Obama invited on countless occasions none other than the Muslim Brotherhood to the White House. So I ask you, when are you going to wake up? Not until the ISIS flag flies on the White House grounds? Is that the day you wake up? Every day, just like Canada, your life is being altered by the fact that the groups that I talked about there are already inside the US and Canada and seek to change how you live your lives. I will give you two examples very briefly. Christmas and Easter. Those are just two. They're trying to introduce other holidays, shall we say, and they're even going as far as to suggest that our working week needs to be changed. Anyway, back to the point in hand, and my quote from this article, as always, will be a link on my website. And it goes like this, and I've only taken sections from this, so you need to read the whole article. In the 4 European countries most targeted by terror attacks, i.e. Britain, France, Belgium and Germany, the number of official extremists has reached 66,000. That sounds like a real army on active duty. The terrorist ransom is already visible. They have destabilised the democratic process in many European countries and are drafting the terms of freedom of expression. Think about that, Canada, in less than 90 days. A jihadist takeover of Europe is no longer unthinkable. Islamic extremists are already reaping what they sowed. They successfully defeated Geert Wilders and Marine Le Pen, the only two European candidates who really wanted to fight back against radical Islam. Europe could be taken over the same way the Islamic State took over much of Iraq, with just 1/3 of the Iraqi territory. Germany is quietly building a European army under its command, according to some in the media. Apparently, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, after her clash with US President Donald Trump, would like to invest, along with France, in a European army. At present, however, there is just one real army in Europe. That's the Jihadist army, as in the terrorists who struck London on June 3rd and murdered several people just 2 weeks after in Manchester. And the article continues in great detail. So I urge you to read this article. And as I said, I will put a link on my website. But it really makes you think, doesn't it? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you will find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments on Spreaker.com under A Radio. That's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. You can find all my podcasts and all my morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com. Click on the Morning Moments tab.